Jerusalem Delivered by Torquato Tasso. Ninth Book. Electo false great Solomon doth move by night the Christians in their tents to kill. But God, who their intent saw from above, sends Michael down from his sacred hill. The spirits foul to hell the angels drove. The knights delivered from the witch, at will destroy the pagans, scatter all their host. The Soldan flies when all his bands are lost. The grisly child of Erebus the grim, who saw these tumults done and tempests spent, 'gainst stream of grace who ever strove to swim, and all her thoughts against heaven's wisdom bent, departed now. Bright Titan's beams were dim, and fruitful lands waxed barren as she went. She sought the rest of her infernal crew, new storms to raise, new broils and tumults new. She that well wist her sisters had enticed, by their false arts, far from the Christian host, Tancred, Rinaldo, and the rest, best prized for martial skill, for might esteemed most, said of these discords and these strifes advised, Great Solomon, when day his light hath lost, these Christians shall assail with sudden war, and kill them all while thus they strive and jar. With that, where Solomon remained, she flew, and found him out with his Arabian bands, great Solomon, of all Christ's foes untrue, boldest of courage, mightiest of his hands. Like him was none of all that earth-bred crew, that heaped mountains on the Ammonian sands. Of Turks he sovereign was, in Nice his seat, where late he dwelt, and ruled that kingdom great. The land's forenance, the Greekish shore he held, from Sangar's mouth to crooked Meander's fall, where they of Phrygia, Mysia, Lydia dwelled, Bithynia's towns, and Pontus's cities all. But when the hearts of Christian princes swelled, and rose in arms to make proud Asia thrall, those lands were won where he did sceptre wield, and he twice beaten was in pitched field. When fortune oft he had in vain essayed, and spent his forces, which availed him not, to Egypt's king himself he close conveyed, who welcomed him as he could best have thought, glad in his heart, and inly well apaid, that to his court so great a lord was brought. For he decreed his armies huge to bring, to succor Judah land and Judah's king. But, ere he open war proclaimed, he would that Solomon should kindle first the fire, and with huge sums of false enticing gold, the Arabian thieves he sent him forth to hire, while he the Asian lords in Morian's hold unites. The Soldan won to his desire those outlaws, ready aye for gold to fight, the hope of gain hath such alluring might. Thus made their captain to destroy and burn, in Judah land he entered is so far, that all the ways whereby he should return by Godfrey's people kept and stopped are. And now he 'gan his former losses mourn, this wound had hit him on an elder scar. On great adventures ran his hearty thought, but naught assured, he yet resolved on naught. To him Electo came, and semblant bore of one whose age was great, whose looks were grave, whose cheeks were bloodless, and whose locks were hoar, mustaches strouting long, and chin close shave. A steepled turban on her head she wore, her garment wide, and by her side her glaive. Her gilden quiver at her shoulders hung, and in her hand a bow was, stiff and strong.